I'm going to measure right here in Wausau. An hour ago, we were 1.5 inches. Taking a look right now, we're actually getting up to 3 inches. This is what we call a track, so we can see what cities are in there. So Butternut at 9:34 and Park Falls at 9:47. Now you'll notice it looks like we're seeing some rain out there, but really this is what we call virga. What happens is it actually evaporates before it hits the ground. For the first time since Wednesday, we have no watches and warnings on the board, which of course is great news. I was digging through my closet, happened to find this. These have been going on for many, many years here in north central Wisconsin, over 10 years. This is one of my old t-shirts from 1994. So what's happening? Well, these southwesterly winds bringing in that very, very warm air. However, tomorrow we're going to watch a stronger front come through. That's going to switch the winds right out of the northwest. Storm across the area and across the Midwest is likely to go down as the strongest non-tropical storm on U.S. land that developed into the overnight. It is quite dense in some areas. Since 1957, Alex is actually the most powerful June hurricane since Hurricane Audrey, and actually just made landfall minutes ago.
Now, your Storm Track 9 forecast with meteorologist Kristen Connolly.
Such a nice day out there. We were even able to break some records, right?
Yeah, we broke records across the area, 4 cities, so it's really amazing. And we were noticing that when you hear that melting coming off the roof, it just feels like it's pouring outside.
Sounds like it's raining outside, but melt?
Yeah, it's definitely been melting. And of course, we need to be a little bit careful because we will see that freeze, a lot of the melting as we head into the overnight. But you can notice we saw plenty of sunshine, especially to the south. Looking at local satellite radar, we did see a little bit of rainfall up towards the north, most of it not making it to the ground. We just have some dry air at the surface, but of course we did see plenty of sunshine. Clouds will be on the increase though as we head into the overnight. The big story today was the record-breaking high temperatures. Check out this. Marshfield, Wisconsin Rapids, Wausau, and Rylander all breaking their records, and it was definitely warm. Look at that, 50 in Stevens Point, Marshfield, Wisconsin Rapids, and Wausau. So what a day we saw across the area for February 13th, and we will again keep the temperatures at least above normal. 48 is where we are sitting at right here in Wausau. We are still seeing that sunshine outside, and temperatures across the board are very mild. 42 in Eagle River, 43 in Inigo, and even at this hour still 50 in Stevens Point. Not surprising, most of us 15 to 20 degrees warmer. Look at that in Stevens Point, 17 degrees warmer in Phillips. Very warm temperatures, and this is why we are seeing the warmth, because winds have been coming out of the southwest. 53 in Des Moines. Look at Dodge City, 68 degrees right now. Weather watchers up north, we did see just a little bit of rainfall, over a tenth in Arborvita. Temperatures, look at that, 46 in much of the locations, 46 in Medford and in Phillips. In our southern counties, that's where we saw the 50s, 50 in Stevens Point, and also 50 degrees in Rothschild. Right here in Wausau, broke that record. Normal is 28, so we saw almost double where we should be for this time of year. We're going to stay cooler, not cold though. Temperatures are going to be dropping down, and we will see a quiet start to the week with a lot of sunshine, but it looks like as we head towards the end, we will see some wet weather move on in here. Something, of course, we are going to keep a very close eye on. Regional satellite radar, a cold front will bring at least some light showers across the area, and it does look like starting off as rain, but should turn over to snowfall. Looking at future track, and again, very minor. I do think if we see anything, it will be very light heading into the overnight. You can see 3 a.m. Monday morning. By Monday afternoon, I think we will call for sunshine across the area and continuing to see just a bit cooler air settle in. High pressure will be in control, which means plenty of sunshine Monday and even in towards Tuesday. And overall, Tuesday will be a fairly carbon copy day of our Monday. It's not until Wednesday where we actually get some moisture back into our area. Overnight lows 24 in Park Falls and 24 degrees in Rylander. Again, a light snow shower will be possible, some flurries possible in our southern counties, but mild temperatures. These are, remember, closer to our average high temperature, 28 in Amherst and 28 degrees in Wisconsin Rapids. Overnight tonight, 28 degrees. It's also going to be a bit breezy. Winds will kick up 10 to 20 miles per hour. We will see breezy conditions for tomorrow morning. High of 34 degrees. Looking ahead in that 7-day outlook, temperatures will consistently stay above normal. Again, keep an eye right now on Thursday and Friday. Hi guys, it is definitely getting cold out here. Blustery is definitely the key word. The biggest difference between last night and right now is those winds. We reported gusts of 30 to 35 miles per hour. On top of course, the snow is picking up. Now, yesterday we got 4.5 inches. That ties our record. And today the record is only 4 inches. And I bet we're going to be breaking that once again. On the roadways, not a lot of cars out, which of course is why we're seeing a lot of the school closings, but the plows, they have been out in full swing. Now, I want to see what the total is right now. Of course, we saw yesterday 4 inches. Let's take a look. We're going to go over here so we can get away from the drifts. We don't want to measure in any sort of a drift, and we want to measure on cement. Taking a look, getting over 7 inches, 7.5 inches. So this definitely is a very big snowstorm. It is probably the largest amount of snow that we've seen from a single storm in the 21st century. And I'll be back in just about a half an hour to check up with you guys.
What a mess out there already.
Yeah, the problem is we've seen all the melting across the area of the snowpack. Now that's all melted the last couple days. Now it's all going to freeze again, and that's because the temperatures have continued to drop the area. But as we head towards 29 towards the north, that's really where we've seen the strongest thunderstorms, and of course producing frequent lightning out there. Also saw some pea-sized hail and gusts up to about 40 miles per hour. That's why we always say turn around, don't drown. That is why the keywords are there. And because sometimes you don't even notice how deep water is. You think you can drive through, and then of course you get stuck. Still have that flood warning effect for all the rivers, of course. Most of them have crested and are decreasing.
Storms, Kristen.
Hi, Colby. Yeah, we did have a severe thunderstorm watch issue just about an hour ago. Now, this is going to be in effect until 5 a.m. Want to get right to the radar and show you the storms across our area. We have seen scattered throughout the evening. Right now, keeping a close eye up towards north. Again, we do have that severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 5 a.m. I am watching this one storm off towards Sawyer County. That is a tornado warning again out of our area. If you are in this area, you want to go to your basement. If you don't have a basement, go to the lowest floor and the most interior room that you have.
Now, Kristen, I can't believe how strong those wind gusts really are out there.
Yeah, and the really interesting thing about this storm is the fact of how big of a size it is and also how strong it is. We were just talking, it could likely go down as the strongest non-tropical cyclone over the United States, and that is when we look at pressure. And of course, people don't really know what pressure is, but it correlates to winds, and of course, we've seen very strong
out there
winds
right now, yeah.
Oh yes, and it's going to continue until tomorrow. I want to show you the size of the storm system covering half of the United States. So let's go all the way from the Dakotas off towards the East Coast, and you can see snow on the backside where they have blizzard warnings, and then we have severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings along the East Coast. I want to show you that. Notice these are the blizzard warnings, and then down off towards our southeast, we were seeing the severe storm warnings and also saw tornado warnings, actually seeing some injuries off towards North Carolina. For us, what's the story? It's the gust out there. 58 today in Plover, 52 in Wisconsin Rapids, at least most of us hitting the mid-40s across the board. That is why we have a high wind warning in effect with winds over 50 miles per hour possible through tomorrow night. An advisory for the Northwoods, and of course this is knocking down trees and power lines, and we've seen that all across the board today. What are the winds currently? Well, 30 in Medford, 23 in Marshfield, and 25 in Antigo. Gust out there still at this hour. 40 in Medford, 38 in Stevens Point, and 39 in Antigo. So it's going to continue to be windy as we head into the overnight. 44 degrees currently out there. Most of us are dipping down. 40 in Eagle River, 40 in Ashland, and 41 in Phillips. We started off with warm temperatures today and then saw a decrease in temperature as that cold front pushed on through. And of course, the cold front also packing the winds in excess across the area today. Across the area, temperature difference from yesterday at this point, 10 to 16 degrees cooler. On top of that, of course, it has been raining throughout the day. We have continued to see this. Also notice starting to see some blue on the map, and yes, that is snow, and that will be heading in our direction. A better look at the rain and snow and the low pressure spinning just up towards our north in Canada. Notice blizzard warnings off towards North Dakota where they've continued to see the snow through the evening. The rest of us have seen scattered showers throughout the day today. Temperatures out there right now, it's 50 in Green Bay, 44 in Minneapolis, but look at this, Dickinson at 29 degrees. That cold air, it's going to be heading right in our direction. So the winds will keep howling for the next 24 hours. Wind gusts over 50 miles per hour. And yes, our first chance of snow for everyone coming tomorrow and into our Thursday. Let's look at futurecasts. Again, this low pressure is just going to meander towards our north slowly tomorrow. So still going to be very windy. And again, we will see a changeover from rain to snow. I think tomorrow we could see some snow possible for the Northwoods. Everyone's going to get in on that snow possible from Wednesday night into our Thursday. So keeping that in that forecast. The good news is, yes, as we head into Thursday, finally going to see the low pressure push off towards the north, and that will mean decreasing clouds and some sunshine in that forecast. Temperature for tonight, 37 degrees, windy again with scattered showers, keeping in scattered showers and even a possible snow shower up towards the north for tomorrow. High of only 42, 20 degrees difference from the high today. Looking ahead in that Fox 5-day forecast, what is the good news? Check out the weekend. Of course, Halloween on Sunday. Right now going with a high of 50 degrees and partly sunny skies. Perfect weather for trick-or-treating. Curlers in Wausau used to play on tennis courts and frozen lakes. The Wausau Curling Club's website says it began with 49 members. Today, they've grown to more than 300. Get in the hack, forward press, trunk lift, and let your momentum glide the stone past the hog line. This lingo may not make common sense to the average person, but to a curler, it's just the basics in making the perfect throw.
Very much like a little chess match on ice. Throw a little hockey in there without the checking, and just some sweeping, and you don't have to be a great physical specimen to curl.
With the Olympics bringing awareness to the sport, the Wausau Curling Club wants to continue to teach and expand their membership, especially for women.
Actually, historically, we used to have a very, very strong women's membership, one of the strongest in the country. And so we're trying to regain that by doing certain programs.
Being a novice, I decided to give it a whirl, getting a feel for the ice first.
Up, all the way back. And push that right leg in, like, whoa.
The first try for me, I learned how slippery a slider can be. With a few extra tips,
Just kind of look up. If you look up as you're going through, that's why it's important to look up. Okay. Because you want to see where you're aiming.
and a few practice shots, I learned third time is a charm.
Good sweep. All right. Nice shot.
And after a perfect shot, I received more than just a high five.
Sportsmanship is the greatest asset to us, I believe. There's no high-fiving in curling. We shake hands when we start and wish each other a good game, and when we're done, we tell each other you've had a great game, whether you did or not.
I may not have had a great game, but I sure had a lot of fun. And to them, that's most important.
Curling is actually two parts. There's the game and then there's the afterwards social. So we come down and spend about 2 hours curling, and then afterwards we'll have a dinner. We'll sit down and have some social drinks, and just sitting around and talking about the game, or what happened during the week, things like that. That's probably the funnest part for me.
The Curling Club is always looking for new members and love to teach their sport. They hold open houses every fall, but will teach anyone who is interested all winter. For more information on the club, you can log on to our website and find a link. Kristen, Connolly, Newsline 9.